Welcome, pilgrims. I'm not going to entertain you today. The hell I'm not. Westerns. I know that was horrible. Anyway, any John Wayne fans are laughing right now. Anybody that's not a John Wayne fan, I don't know what's wrong with you. But anyway, I talk about Westerns today. So first I want to show off my bolo tie. Now the reason this is so cool is because Jay bought it for me at a flea market. It's a bolo tie with a holster and a pistol, but guess what? The pistol comes out of the holster and it's 1/6 scale. Anyways, so today I want to talk to you guys about Westerns. And the reason being is because I love Westerns. And I have some Western, sorry I forgot to move a couple things. I have a few Western figures that I was going to show off, but I thought I'd build it up with a little bit of talk about Westerns in general. Now, I love Westerns. I'm going to move this in as we go, if I can get around the cat. Actually, I'm just going to step out of here. So, when it comes to Westerns, I grew up with Westerns. Me and my father used to watch Westerns together, and me and my grandfathers used to watch Westerns, and I dig Westerns. Now, besides movies, I also love Western books. So I have tons of Western books. These are actually new ones that the kids bought me. I haven't even read yet. Of course, anybody that is a fan of Western reading knows Louis L'Amour, and also there's Max Brand, Luke Short, Zane Grey are some of the big names. But I loved those growing up. And of course, Western movies and Gunsmoke and those types of shows, Bonanza, High Chaparral. But I discovered some reading that basically really got me turned back on to Westerns. So I'm going to start with Robert B. Parker and his first Western book, Appaloosa. So I've mentioned before, Robert B. Parker is actually my favorite author. He writes the Spencer for Hire novels and whatnot. And I'm realizing now my focus is all off. So I'm going to have to do something about that. But I'm going to keep talking because I don't have much time to do this. So Robert B. Parker, he has a series. Now this Appaloosa book was also turned into a movie starring Viggo Mortensen. And I just blanked on the main character, Ed Harris and Renee Zellweger. Fantastic Western movie, probably one of the best Western movies made in the last 15 years. And then he went to write more. Now, my favorite author for Westerns is a gentleman that I discovered a few years back named J. Lee Butts. And he's got several series, but the best one is The Life and Times of Hayden Tilden. And if you like your Western books a little bit more Quentin Tarantino-y, this isn't your powder puff, don't see blood kind of thing. These are pretty graphic, pretty gory. But I highly recommend them. They're so awesome. His other series is about Lucius By God Dodge, who's a Texas Marshal or Texas Ranger. And if you guys are interested, you can email me or something. I'll give you the whole rundown. This is the whole series of the Hayden Tilden one. There's Law Dog, Hell in the Nations, Brotherhood of Blood, Ambushed, Written in Blood, and Gunwork. Law Dog's the first one. You can find them at eBay fairly cheap, but I highly recommend them. And I just picked these two up at a book sale on
Father's Day with my kids. I swore myself I wouldn't buy books, but we love books, me and the girls. This one I bought, it's from like 1952, The Common Shadows, and the reason I bought it is because it is the Duke on the front. So obviously this book came out after the movie. And then similarly, this is Little Big Man, which I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie. I believe the book came out first, but I could be wrong on that. It stars man, I'm blanking today. That's what happens when you don't bring your coffee. I'm going to unscrew this and so I can move in on the action figures. Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman is in Little Big Man. A fantastic Western movie. You guys are probably making fun of me right now for this nonsense. I'm trying to get this bipod off of here, but it's stuck. So anyways, that brings me to my Western action figures. So these two here, or these three here, are just customs that I made because I enjoy customizing Western figures. The only reason I don't do more of them is because it's harder to find the rifles and stuff. This one is a dragon figure, and he was actually part of the Hayden Tilden group, but he's not one of the main characters. And this guy, he's a Hasbro figure, and I got him on a Lone Ranger horse. And those horses are a little small for them, but I love like the gun work and stuff that goes into Western figures. I mean, this is the worst thing I've ever filmed, I think, as far as the filming. I apologize. And then this guy is actually a Power Team figure. That is the best Power Team head sculpt they've made. I love this thing. I got like 4 of this guy. And a couple of these holsters, you see his holster back there, I believe I got a long time ago, and I believe 2 of them, I can't remember which 2, are actually Murray Corrigan holsters. And then of course I got the Marks horse there. Now the Marks horses were the Johnny West series from Marks. They are made for 12-inch, but of course they're not perfect for every figure. And this is silver from the Lone Ranger from Gabriel. And those are a little small, but horses run different sizes, so it looks better on some figures than others. And that brings me to these 2 figures, which are my favorite 2 Western figures overall, besides my Mountain Men and Indians, of course. This is from the book by J. Lee Butts, Law Dog, and some of the other ones. This is Billy Bird, and he's Hayden Tilden's sidekick. And he's got a really nice felt hat that I bought off eBay. I put a cigarette in his mouth. He's got a Sideshow double-barrel shotgun. This holster is actually off of a figure. I can't remember the company, but they made only 3 figures. A Clint Eastwood look-alike figure, but it wasn't called Clint Eastwood, and 2 female figures that were bounty hunters. And I do have the boxed female, but I couldn't find it before I started filming this. But really nice figures, and that's the double holster rig for that. And then this figure, which turned out immensely perfect, this is my Hayden Tilden figure from J. Lee Butts stories. And he's got the nice felt hat, dragon head that just looked perfect. The little book in his vest there is a Shakespeare book, which in the book of J. Lee Butts, he actually always has with him. It's got a Sideshow Winchester. These chaps are from that Clint Eastwood figure that the other guy had. And then he's got a really nice rig. I believe this is one of the ones that was made by Murray. And And then he's got some really cool boots with spurs. He turned out so perfectly. He's like one of my favorite. And then look how I got them all back together somehow without dropping them. So sorry about that middle jerking around where everything was bouncing and stuff. I was ill prepared for this. I've tried to film this particular video four or five times, and there's always something going on upstairs. It was too loud, or somebody yelled for me, and my phone rang, or the camera died. But we got it done. Emma and me are home alone right now. She said, "Go film that cowboy one." So here I am. Thank you, Emma. But so I'm gonna also I have my 3 of my mountain men over here, which are similarly related to the West, and I'll be doing a video about them. And then I still haven't completely finished my top 10s, but I just need to take a little break, work on some other things. But let me know in the comments, do you guys like Westerns? Who's your favorite? Are you Clint Eastwood? Are you a John Wayne? If you're like to read Westerns, tell me who you like and that. Yeah, just let me know. Also at that book sale, I forgot to pull this out. So I found this Louis L'Amour calendar, and the art is just incredible. I'm thinking about breaking it down and like putting it in frames. I'm not going to try and open and show you a couple more. Maybe I'll do that when I do the other figures, because I'll be all over the place with it. But it was from 1984, which I thought was cool because that's when I graduated high school. Great year. What a great time to be alive. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of any of these authors that you might have read, any movies that you like. I grew up on John Wayne movie-wise, so my favorites are like Rio Bravo and the Comancheros, and then Rio Bravo. Those two actually have a similar plot line, but different characters. And those are fantastic to me because I remember watching those with my grandpa, and then me and my father used to watch Gunsmoke all the time. So love Westerns, love everything about them. So I hope you guys do too. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on your favorite authors in this genre, or movies or TV shows. If you got action figures, let me know. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Before I go, last thing, Pop Locks 4583, and of course, dun, 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 Mike and M over at Raj Story Studio. Make sure you check them out. Let's get them up to 100. They got a great story going there. I'm getting antsy for the next one, getting excited, and then we'll see how those go. All right. I hope you guys like this. Let me know in the comments. You know I like comments, and you guys be patient with me. I don't know what's next, but I hope you enjoyed this. I always like getting up here and talking to you guys, and some people think I talk too much. But anyway, I'll see you guys soon.